Greetings and salutation, everybody. How's it going out there in land and YouTube land, in your land, wherever you're at today? This is Rick Koppel coming at you with another episode of Not Land Screw Guy, Brews and Linux with NLGG. If I can't pronounce NLGG. I'm very hot on that, but anyway, glad everybody's out there. Hope everybody's doing good today. And we have Feren OS on the docket for today. Yeah, so as soon as some people show up, we'll get rolling on that, or even before, who knows. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about my server issue. Yeah, I had a server, and I had my mom's old computer actually, and I wanted to make it a server. I don't know if it's headless yet, but I haven't pulled the monitor off of it, but might be. Some computers I understand run better without a monitor on them. Hi Larry, how you doing? Good to see you out there. Yeah, so I got servers, and I had a lot of struggles getting it working correctly and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, but I finally got it cooking and everything. So basically, I was installing MPD on it, which is music player Damien. That's what MPD stands for. I also have an MPC, and yeah, so that's music player client. Damien is on the machine, so I can start on my computer in here, and I can have it playing out in the living room, interrupting whatever's going on out there. But anyway, yeah, we'll get started on Feren OS pretty quickly. It's not a hard install, obviously. But I've specifically kept it. I haven't tried it out yet myself. I've put it in the virtual machine, but I haven't actually started cooking yet and installing it. So we'll see how it goes, but should be okay, I think. Anyway, I got my coffee here. Steve should be happy with this. Da 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 da. Steve's very own. I can get this right. And there he is. Ta-da. Yeah, whenever he pops on, I'll give him a show of that and tell him he's got coffee cooking in him. Also got his t-shirt too. Merch. He's got merch now, you know. He's a big name. So I got Sunday Linux Coffee Clash. Coffee and Conversation. Which happens every Sunday morning. Most Sunday mornings. Every once in a while he can't do it for whatever reason. But yeah, he most usually does, I think. So as soon as he shows up, if he shows up, and you watch for him, I'll let him know. Otherwise he'll miss out. And we also have the Linux Saloon, which they're doing something different this week. They're doing tech and news stuff. They're going to have conversations about that in the Linux Saloon this Saturday at 3 o'clock. Not 6, but 3. At least that's 3 o'clock. I figure out that's mountain time or what? I mean, they're central. I think Nathan usually puts it in terms of Eastern time zone, I think. So you have to calculate out where you're at on that scale, wherever you're at. Apparently I'm the only one in my mountain time zone, which is kind of strange, but is there anybody in Pacific time zone or something? Anyway, it's designed, he's moving to 3 in order to give more, more time for people on the other side of the globe to join in, that kind of thing. Make it easier for them, so that's good. So let's see what else news we got. Yeah, so also I'm going to do Nix OS pretty soon. I was trying to get it set up for today, but I think I really needed to spend more time with it before I start working on it and showing it off, that kind of thing. Most people seem to install the OS on it, Nix OS, but I'm going to do the other thing where you install it on an already existing system. So I wanted to test it out and figure out how all that works and all that kind of good stuff before I made a fool of myself on YouTube. So So anyway, we got that coming up sometime soon, depending on what Nathan and them do at Saloon. Yeah, but so this week we got Feren OS, which is the devs on Saloon. I'm hoping, kind of hoping he might show up. Hey, Barco, here for the party, he says. My land. Oh, Larry says, my land be fine. That's cool. Well, good to meet you, Barco. I don't know if you've been here before, but anyway, that's cool. And we got some coffee cooking. And hopefully you have some too. It's Nicaraguan coffee. From Sweet Maria's. And we have, I guess we ought to get on the Feren OS. So we'll go ahead and start on Feren OS, I guess, and take care of that business. So, what we're going to do here, oops. And move my cursor. I have barrier on this machine, two machines here. And so I can look and be situated in silliness. Yeah, but yeah, I have to be careful where my cursor's at, because sometimes on that machine I do stuff on there expecting it to happen on here, happens on there instead. So anyway, this is Feren OS. And then first thing I noticed is they use Weebly.com, which I think is a free site or something like that, which I guess you need all the freebies you can get probably. Yeah, nice mug, yeah. Yeah, I know, a picture of my wall needs leveling probably. Several of them probably do that one. Yeah, I need to go back and go through that. Yeah, it's Steve's very own. He's got his, if you ever been over there, I don't remember if I've seen you there before, but anyway, Steve's very own. He's got a Sunday morning show that he does. And he has some merchandise and merch stuff that you can buy from his merch store. And so I got some for him from him. I got this t-shirt, which I just showed off a minute ago. I'll show it off when he shows up here. Should be here before long, probably. He usually shows up. And also we got my mug to show him. This, yeah, there's his picture on this side of it. I don't know if you can see that. He's got his mug shot on it. Anyway, we'll get started. This Feren OS website, we've use Weebly.com. And yeah, Weebly's kind of my only concern about that was that he didn't know if he's going to be sitting here, but it's been for 6 years he's been cooking on this. And so he's obviously not going anywhere. He's probably obviously been here for a while, 6 years. And I'm hoping he's always late. Yeah, he always tends to be late. That's what I said last week, or a week before, I don't remember which. But anyway, I said something like, maybe I should be later more, and then maybe I get more followers, more subscribers. But anyway, yeah. So anyways, Feren OS has been around for 6 years apparently, and it says, say hello to a new way to use your computer. Now, I don't know what exactly is a new way to use your computer, but it's a new, obviously, distro. Not new, but, new to a lot of people, because a lot of people haven't heard of it that much, that much. The dev on it, he's on, no, it's not my distro. No, it's not my distro. It's a Dominique's distro over on the Saloon section. Saloon. Dominique is the dev on it, and he's been around for 6 years with his distro apparently. And says Feren OS is a free and open source operating system that lets you get stuff done with a fresh take on a familiar user experience. If you change to suit your own flow, and a desktop that stays out of the way to let you do your work. That's what they say about Bungie, it stays out of your way. I kind of wondered what that was about when I first was trying Bungie out more. And after I used it for a while, I kind of thought maybe it does kind of stay out of your way a little bit more. I mean, it doesn't interrupt you as much with stuff, so hopefully that's what this one means too. Is that it stays out of your way. Anyway, here's where you can get it. You can get Feren OS. You go here, click on this, and it tells you before you download Feren OS, it gives you the minimum or recommended 1.2 gigabytes of RAM, 4 gigabytes recommended, 20 plus gigabytes of disk space, 50 plus gigabytes recommended, 64-bit architecture, how to find out my computer using 64-bit. And it can go legacy or BIOS or UEFI, a secure boot off. And the internet connection recommended, obviously. And you have at least have to have 1024 768 and a USB or DVD for live session and install process. Now most people have that in their system. I mean, very few computers today are made without that. Now if you have an old one, you might want to check this more thoroughly and make sure you have all the parts that you need for it. I have my own laptop over there. It had 2 gigabytes of RAM, what it came with. I don't know. It probably would work, but it's a BIOS. I don't know. No, it wouldn't work because it's 32-bit machine, 64-bit architecture. So, pretty much. No, I think it is a 64-bit now I think about it. So, anyway. Now, this is something different. If you're switching from Windows, transfer data with transfer tool. I don't know exactly how that works. So I don't have Windows, so I don't know. I can't try it. But anyway. Now you can choose what Feren OS you'd like to download. I think what they mean is they're going to have alternate downloads coming soon, it says. So I'm not sure what those might be. Maybe it's other stuff. Feren OS stays out of your way so you can get some done and have fun like a good woman. Yeah. So, yeah, so at any rate, we've got, you got your ISOs here, your SH256 some and your MD5 some, whichever one you want to use. Verify that to download didn't corrupt your data file automatically. And if you want to download this one, you download right there now. And this tells you how to switch from Feren OS from, and it gives you flashing. It gives the Windows, Mac OS, or other OSs. So alongside of installing over Linux, preparing for installation, all that good stuff. So yeah, you might want to read those if you have any situation like that you want to get in. What? Bark OS. I don't know if you know this about me, but I use Arch. It's this Feren distro Arch based. No, it's based on Ubuntu basically. And I have reviewed some Arch based distros in the past, but this one's based on Ubuntu. And so, basically I understand if you're Arch based, it's kind of hard to go to lower distro if you're used to Arch. So it's kind of tough, but yeah. It is what it is, I guess. So if you want to download it, you click that button and away it goes. Feren OS. So we're going to click on over to our virtual machine here. We got Feren OS loaded up and ready to look at. So we'll start this up. We'll see what we got. Should be in the live USB here. So it's checking out. There we go. So this is booting into the live, like you had a live USB connection on there. Live user session. And it looks pretty nice so far. So you just look to look at that when we load up our system. Look at that after the fact, after installation. So there's where you install Feren OS. It's got minimal stuff on. Menu over here. 3, you got your browser, Vivaldi, and files. That's probably Nautilus. I don't know if it's then you look for Nemo store. That's your software store. And you have volume and your networks and your hidden icons, which we'll look at all that later. We'll go ahead and start up our install and get cooking on that. Okay, so this looks like a Calamaris type installer. Feren OS. British English? Nope. This distro comes from Britain, so that's probably why it defaults British English. So, yeah. Looks nice though. Let's see. American English, what I use. I'm Americano. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to erase disk, and it's got the VBox hard disk, the VirtualBox hard disk SDA in there ready to cook. Or do we want to manually partition it? Now I could manually partition it. I did that last week with the F disk actually. So yeah, when I did Slackware's installation. But we'll just make this easy and simple and go with the erase disk over here. Since we don't have anything on here to worry about, that's what it says it's going to do. It's going to put a Feren OS that much. It's going to make a swap of 8.5 gigabytes. That's kind of a lot for using this, but I guess there's enough space left on this one to install system, so we're good to go there, I think. Would normally put a swap file this big on a virtual disk, but yeah, so we'll do that. As it tells you all the summary of what it's all going to do. It's going to delete that, put an MS-DOS partition table, and create a partition boot. This partition will be booting partition. And it's got all this information there. Mesh versus partition. SDA. It's all bootloader on SDA. So you can install it on. So yeah. So that's all it's going to do. Install now. And a lot of questions, and a lot of them didn't ask that's asked later on, probably during when you go into the system, that kind of thing. Yeah, you're going to see in the system. Interesting thing is this actually is detected that I'm in full screen mode. Excuse me. Detected that I'm in full screen mode. And it expanded the thing automatically to full thing. So that's good. So, excelente. And let's see what we got going on over here. No swap, living dangerously. Yeah, it has a swap in it. Hey Nathan, how goes? Howdy. It'd be nice if we could get Dominic in here. He might be able to tell us what Feren is. I know it has something to do with the bird, at least, but I looked online. I couldn't figure out what bird it was about. It looks like it's supposed to be an origami bird, I guess. I don't know what it looks like. Shark eating shark. I'm not sure. I don't know about that, but anyway. Yeah, so we're installing and probably gonna ask all the other questions like username and all that kind of stuff later on. By the way, Nathan, I've already promoted your Linux saloon at 3 o'clock this Saturday, right? I want to confirm that for me just to make sure I got it right, but I think it's 3 o'clock Eastern time, I think. So I figure what that is Mountain time. It has to be 1 o'clock Mountain time, I guess, if I'm correct about that. Now let's go. This is installing. So it's interesting because some of them they'll ask you all the questions up front, then they'll install and all this stuff. Some of them will do the install and then ask you questions toward the end when you boot up back into it or at the end of the process. Others will ask you questions while it's installing. So it says it's all done, it's restart now. Alright, we'll do that. See what you got. Alright. Let's see if it's going to do what I think it's going to do. Nope, it's booted back up into this again. Power it off. So in here, make sure the yeah, it's empty, so there's nothing connected to it right now. So it should be up in the system. Restart it. And it's option Feren within 26 seconds. Right now if I wanted to. Yeah, Feren OS. And here she is, my system. I don't know why, well, it's a welcome screen, not a, well, I don't know why it's booting into this suddenly. It's obviously installation. Oh, no. Cancel. No, this is going to finish up your installation. I was just talking about that. How someone will ask you for location keyboard user setup and finish. So yeah. American English, yes. I don't know what to think about that. Denver, I got confused apparently. Mountain time zone is where I'm at. English default, yep. Next. Now I gotta type my full name, Rudik Kopel. Let's see that there, is that? And we got that all set up. Welcome to Feren OS. Sit back, relax, maybe get a cuppa, or have a cuppa. Feren OS is now getting ready. You will be able to check out Feren OS in no time. While you're waiting, you can see some of the cool things to look out for in Feren OS. This installation is slideshow. So it's continuous installation after the fact, like I did here before. And only the first one I encountered that did this was Pop OS initially did this, but I think they changed it up a bit or something like that. Also, I was finishing, restarted my computer, and didn't get much time for a slideshow, did it? There's my password. My login manager's ready to roll. It's welcoming me. Alright, start our tour. The tour is going to show you some stuff. That's nice. Okay. Since you're running Feren OS virtual machine, though, click the appropriate button for your virtualization software below. Get Feren OS set up inside this VM. Okay, so we'll do this guest installation of VirtualBox. That's kind of cool. The text automatically lets you know you're in a VirtualBox, and it automatically will load in Guest Edition and install those for you. That's a nice option thing to do. That's pretty cool. Dominique's done a pretty good job with it so far. Yeah, I did that. No, yeah, it was a finishing setup on it, is what it is. It's not the main setup that you go into. So I did. The ISO was attached, but I just got confused when I saw it pop up again and looked like it was going to start the whole installation over again. That's the only problem. That's the only problem with that situation. Okay. Okay, next. Open transfer tool. How do I use transfer tool? Okay, this is the Windows transfer tool they're talking about. And transfer files to Feren OS. Okay, so before you install Feren OS, if you use a transfer tool, Windows transfer tool, it probably saves it on the cloud somewhere and then pulls it back down. Not bad, restore data. So that way, if you have a lot of stuff in your home directory, things like that, you don't have to, you haven't backed up or something, you can do it then. Yeah, Nathan says, yes, that is correct. Eric Adams will be heading this one up. I think he'll be doing more open mic style of show. Eric Adams, he's did it the other time, last 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah. So I'm not going to use a transfer tool on this. There's not anything to transfer over, but yeah, if you want to use that, then that's how you do that. Okay, get third-party codexes for many types of videos and more. Install restricted codexes. Yep. Let's do this. I almost always install those when I have an option to, just because a lot of things like videos and stuff won't play correctly unless you have some of these third-party codecs on there. So this takes you through the whole process. You want to do this tour thing. A lot of tours are just kind of like, oh, this is how you do it thing. I did it a couple weeks ago. And a lot of them are tours and stuff like that. There's kind of like optional type things you can do, but this one has some necessary stuff in it, which is helpful. So next, Yeah, if you like to, please choose the desktop mode that suits your device most. Tablet mode, it's like if you had a touch screen or something is what it's saying. Use a touch screen, you have a tablet mode. We have Feren OS default mode. This is what's selected. Yeah. So we have that. Yeah, you want to select that only if you have a tablet or you want to have a touch screen, something like that. Okay. Using the desktop application menu, click the application menu button anytime to open the application menu and launch your favorite application. You also type this menu. You can also type in this menu to search for applications. That's good. Next. Using desktop window management. Click on item in task manager to switch to windows. The application is launched. Launch the application anytime. Talking about these 3-4 things down here. Using the desktop system tray. That's this thing down here, right over here. Yeah, you KDA Connect, keyboard indicator. Yeah. Click on the system tray icons to view the status of different parts of your system. Connect to the internet. Check the status of some running applications and more. So this is more of the kind of thing you expect out of a tour type thing. Desktop search. You can do desktop search. Okay, so start typing while on your desktop and no open windows, or strike Alt F2 with your keyboard at any time to quickly search for applications. That's kind of like the KD runner. Yeah, search for applications, solve math equations, find bookmarks, quickly open browser, tabs, and more. We'll try that out in a minute. And you store your more applications. Theme mode, we want dark. I think we select dark. Oh yes, that's better for my eyes. I like dark mode basically. Accent color. I'm a blue kind of guy, so maybe I'll stick with blue, huh? Blue accents. Pair your Feren OS machine with your Android device. Now here's what uses KD Connect, so you can connect up with your excuse me. Yeah, you connect up with it. You can get it on F-Droid or Google Play on your phone, and you can connect it to KDE. And then I've used the KDE Connect one time before just for fun, and I was able to text my wife and stuff on my computer. Pretty cool, actually. Reduce eye strain at night. I'm not going to worry about that now, so especially since it's just a thing all done. That's it for the Feren tour. We hope you enjoy using Feren OS. Yeah, so you got a user's guide and wider Feren OS community on social media platforms. Find Feren OS social media linked in the welcome screen and on the start page of Vivaldi. So enjoy, it says. So we will. Okay, so it says if you want to bring up a program like, say, Firefox, yeah, you start typing and it will pull it up. Now, we don't have Firefox. And Vivaldi. I'm not spelling it right, apparently. About the web browser. And it pops up about Vivaldi, I think. Now, of course, you can always install the things using apt-get and all that kind of stuff, or using their software center. How much Vivaldi do you want? For a focused mental experience, full-on browsing powerhouse. Take your pick. Below you get started. And you may see all that. We're not worry too much about this. It's got a desktop browser, Android browser, account services, mail, calendar, tips and tricks. I've never used Vivaldi much, so I'm not familiar with it, but it looks pretty cool. Okay, they're talking about ducks and wood lizards and roadrunners, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I've watched roadrunners fly around before. So it has this other thing over here. What is this? Send feedback or report an issue. Interesting. So if you have anything you want to report, feedback, like this grade of the stinks or whatever, you a way to do that right there on the desktop. So first we're going to go and see if we can open up. And I don't like how this browser looks. I'm not sure too happy about the console. That's what it's console. Excuse me. So let's check this out. HTOP. See if HTOP. Nope. HTOP is found. So apt sudo apt install HTOP, and we installed it. Alright, looks like we're using 770 megabytes of data on this 4 gig platform. Not too bad, especially for, as I assume this is sort of a GNOME-based tools desktop, basically. And this is what it looks like, at least. And so you got that there. And Neopatch isn't to be found either, so I'll install that too. So we can see what we got on here. Okay. So Feren OS, host VirtualBox, kernel is 5.11. We haven't upgraded yet, so it may be a later one if you upgrade. 12 minutes, 2,270 packages. It's installed. And it's got that, yeah, pretty much similar resolution. Plasma, KWin is window manager. Now this uses KDE Plasma as its desktop. Which is obviously Plasma. But yeah, which means though that if you want to install a script that will enable your dynamic tiling window manager, you can do that too. Which I always had one installed on mine. SpiderDart console. And it's got one core given to it for 2.4 1.9 gigahertz for 11th generation Intel i5 11335G7. VirtualBox graphics adapter. There you go. And this is pretty cool. Oh yeah, I just did something weird. Alright. So now we got that. Now let's look at wallpapers. So what it comes with out of the box. It's a pretty nice wallpaper here, but I'm not. Now I like some other different ones. Yeah, so you got Galen Big Ben, circles dark, forest, Mount Fuji, Interesting. And this is different. Paint clouds. And yeah, snowy mountains. They don't look very snowy to me, but they say they're snowy, so I'll believe them. Oh yeah, there's snow. You can't see it very good in this little picture, but there's snow on them, yeah. Interesting. Here if you want some more plain, you just want some of the contrast of the dark version, you get this sky and sheets here. And another option in that regard, give a little bit of difference to it. Looks nice, I think, overall. Murdoch Feren OS, wavy effect, surf, this one that's default one that comes out of the box with. And we have a Tali, at Al Tahi. Can't pronounce that very well, but anyway. Surf Dark, the original 32. So have a seashore setup. Yeah. The original login screen. And Vandium. Nice picture. So we had a lot of stuff here lately, actually. Let's stick to that one for now. It's a nice picture. Those are the ones that come out of the box. Of course, you can always get more wallpaper by clicking the Get New Wallpaper button right there. And going at it that way. One of the nice things about this this K-runner thing is you can pull up system. Like say you want to go to display. Just do that. You tap in display and up comes display thing. And let's say you want to do power manager. Advanced power setting. Energy savings, as they call it here in one. So if you want to make sure you didn't click out on that, you could turn that off there. And shut down. Oh yeah, shut down. So I always set the power button to shut down if it does anything like that. Okay, now instead of going back and doing all click and going back that, I can do lock screen. So that's locking the screen actually. Lock screen. That's system settings, screen locking. And you go straight to it. And you have to turn this off too if you don't want it to. If you don't want it to lock your screen up or do that kind of thing. So that's part of that. Let's see what else is going on over here in this land. Oh, hi, Dominique. Yeah, I was hoping you might show up. What does parrot mean? What parrot is that? Is it a bird parrot or something like that? Couldn't find out what parrot meant on stuff. I went around to various sites and stuff. Apparently Steve hasn't showed up yet, has he? That's too bad, because I got his cup this week, Monday. I got his cup Monday, and I got all that. Nathan says, I think you should look for and install the OpenSUSE Breeze Dark Plasma style and color scheme. Oh yeah? That's cool. Yeah, well I should be able to do that now. I go to interesting. The Windows key does not open up the menu down here. You also want to look and see what we got in here as far as applications. There's your document scanner, your Kudo, your Krita, your LibreOffice Draw. So it's got LibreOffice on Ocular, which is your PDF files, your internet. It's got Geary for email, Katie Connect SMS, Open on Connected D, whatever that means. Remediya, I'm not sure what that is, Baldi, and Web Browser Manager. Mode desktop client. Ah, I see. It's a mode desktop client. So if you want to connect your Windows, you have a built-in wall desktop client you can work in. If you need to connect to work or something like that. Being in the lockdown, I'm sure it's been helpful. Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking that, yeah. Yeah, I figured you probably could, Nathan. And also, I've actually thought about, yes, the classic plasma bug I've always had to patch a hack into plasma to work around. Says Dominique. And you have multimedia, you got Cheese, DLC Media Player, Office, got a calendar, LibreOffice, all the LibreOffice stuff there. Writer, Draw, Impress, Math, Ocular, Science, Math, Settings. Yeah, here you go, System Settings, that's what he was talking about. The theme, I saw this before, I wonder what the heck this was. Theme, support everything. Colorize themes. That be where I need to go, Nathan? Synaptic. It's got Synaptic Packet Manager. It's a Bluetooth system, Debian based. It would be a NAS app addition as well as that store. Take a look at that in a minute. First, we're going to go see if we can find what Nathan's talking about. Some more parent settings. Now we got little thing, desktop layouts. Or the icons you're talking about mostly, right? Yeah, it would be a good idea to update my system for exploring. That's right. Yeah, I need to do that, don't I? Thank you, Dominique, for pointing that out. See what kind of updater they have in here. System maintenance 2. So we got here. There you go. Checking my system for issues. Install Linux packs. Yeah. It's kind of a traditional thing. Linux Mint has this too, I think. Install Linux packs. And there it is. Now let's check my system for other issues. Launch time shift. Well, I'm going to ignore this round. I probably would do this if I was in a regular virtual, no, not on a virtual machine. If this was going to be my computer on this deal. And, yeah. But I'm not going to worry about launch time shifts at this point, so I'll say ignore this report. You sure? Yep. No problems were detected. So that was a time shift for you. Okay, this one here is the update manager apparently. So update manager, open that up. And what update manager? Security updates, software updates, system snapshots. Okay. Okay, now here, do you want to switch to local mirror? Probably got an idea. So I'll say yes. It's going to tell me system sources. And it says Ubuntu. So it's gonna do this normal thing where you starts checking out all of the distro, the closest one by speed. And it's got 2 megabytes up here currently. 2.1, just somebody just beat it. Now 2.2, somebody beat that one. 2.7, we're getting higher. Well, that sounds like it's going to be enough to apply that one. It's a mirror in ISTN net and Ubuntu, but it must be pretty good. Okay, that's going to configure. It's going to reload the cache, and then it should be good to go. Go down on the repository and check your internet connection. Well, this is a virtual machine. Let's see what happens on that stuff. Okay, we'll try and install updates. Okay. We'll assume all that's good to go. And the way it clicks, hopefully. Yeah. Turn down on the rate. Download package files. Okay, to see what's going on over here. I feel when you're also awake right now. Bring phones back. Being a pain stabilized for some weird reason. Yeah, the only qualm I had about KDE plasma in past experience was that it sometimes does some weird stuff that's not reliable. It's like things that were working before will break, stuff like that. Yeah, I remember when I used Neptune OS, which has KDE plasma for its basis too. It seemed like it ran real well for a while, and then all of a sudden started having problems with it one day, which got fixed when I reinstalled a new version of Neptune OS. So, when I updated my whole system, and then it worked out of the box at that point. So I don't know. Okay, that's about 27 seconds remaining on this update. Download part of it at least, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the whole thing will be left. Yeah, I kind of like this package manager as far as update managers goes. It's not bad. Some of them, like the one on Fedora, I never can figure that one out. So I always manually do it. As a matter of fact, I still have it installed on my wife's computer out there that she uses, and I'm going to install some different ones eventually. Maybe I'll install Feren OS, shit like that. So I have somebody, hey Steve. Steve's being bitchy, or whatever you call it. Yeah, out of date. Yeah. Plasma, yeah, you just recently updated to Plasma 5.24 or something like that. 25, 24. Yeah, right. Yeah. Dominique's giving a lot of information on the chat. Sorry, oh, Steve. I don't know if you noticed, but I have a shirt on here. It's your shirt I got from the merch store. As well as I got another thing from the merch store from Steve, which is his cup with his mugshot on it. And I get to draw mustaches and all sorts of stuff on there. We released yesterday, but checks failed. Yeah, I made an erroneous statement. Here's Swap Auto Manager. Now it's doing the installation removing software. Yeah, so it wasn't quite finished, but it's clicking on that. It shouldn't take too much longer for that to take effect. But anyway, I was wondering about oh yeah, I made a misstatement is what I meant to say. As I said earlier in the show that I think that's based on gnome tools, but it's not. It's plasma. I know that. I knew that going into it. I just misspoke. So there you go. You're welcome, Steve. So everybody go Steve and watch the Linux Saloon, all that kind of cool stuff when you're at it. While you're at it. Yeah, we got a lot of fun here. We watch this update. Any rate, we have yeah, one of the things is how'd you come up with the name Dominique of Feren OS? Exactly. Or not exactly, but within range or something like that. I'm curious as to what that process was in your mind. If you don't mind me asking. You learn cooler stuff on your channel. Hey. Steve thinks I learned cooler stuff on my channel. Well, unless you like watching the paint dry on the screen there. Yeah, I'll be right back. He's gonna go get the Dominique's probably gonna go get the notes on why he did that. Yeah, get stuff for a reason and stuff like that. Yeah, so QOL checks failed. So you got another release. So I'm this close to him releasing a new version of Feren OS. Boy, I picked a great time to do Feren OS, don't I? Actually, I was going to do Zorin, and I thought, I think I've done Zorin before a long time ago when I was doing my new distro reviews, or new reviews for distros. I had new user Linux distro reviews, and I have a spreadsheet that I had it all figured out on. I think I put Zorin on there. But then I remembered that Feren OS is different from Zorin OS, and so I said, I don't want to do Feren because I don't think I've done that one before. So here we are doing Feren OS, watching paint dry on the screen. Yeah. You learned some things from my channel, huh? Cooler stuff. Well, that could be debatable at times. You watch me flounder at times. Yeah. So anyway, we click on this. We'll get on to. Always hate to open up anything else when I'm doing updates because you never know if it's going to update what you're looking at or viewing at the time, and it might have a connection fit when you do. Otherwise, I go scooting around and other things looking at stuff. Especially first update like this, where it's updating your whole system. Everything on your system that's old, which is probably most of it, depending on how long it's been. It's October 2021, last year, I believe. If I remember right, that he released this, so ain't about due for another update. Actually, in April would be when Ubuntu releases their new version of Ubuntu. So if being it's based on Ubuntu, you'd think you'd be, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, thing of being Ubuntu, he releases when Ubuntu releases their new versions and stuff like that more, which October release a month after whatever. But apparently they have more frequent release cycles on it than what we have on Ubuntu. Yeah. We're almost done, yay. Now we get busy and trying to find Nathan's spot that he's talking about. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Solid System D. Hey, is this actually boot up on System D? I wonder. Might be since it's installing System D. Now I didn't see it install a grub, so it must be boot up on System D. Now if this has this has KD Plasma on it. I wonder if it has Wayland on it too. Okay, it's taking a while for install. Nemo Share. Oh, so it is Nemo that it works with the files. It's not. That's cool. I like Nemo. It's my favorite one. I've always, ever since I got on Linux Mint back in the day, and I used that a lot. I always loved Nemo, so that's cool. I like Nemo. So, what are we talking about out there? Not much now. Now Dominiqu's not on. He'll be right back, but since he left, nobody said anything. Yeah. So that's configure 5.13. It was 5.11. You remember before, now it's 5.13 on the kernel it's installing. So we're going to be up to 5.13, which is 1 point away from what I need to install it on the framework, I think. I think if I install a 5.14, assuming it works in that, it would work on this framework. This did when MX Linux installed it on there. Aha, Oz, as they call it on MX Linux, Oz version. Yeah, so as I was talking about my MPD server and all that kind of stuff before most of you showed up on here, there's a reboot required. Yeah, please reboot your system as soon as possible, it says. We will do that. And shut down. Restart. Ratios. Now we're going to reboot the system. And we will finally have our system updated. Yay. Now let's see if it saves the configuration for the previous kernel. Just reboot right up into it. System deboot. Ray couple welcome. Feren OS. Okay, here we are. Back in your theme colorization's been backed up too. So files, this must be Nemo then. Double check that. Yep, Nemo 5.2.4. That's cool. I like Nemo, as I said before. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to see if we can go find his breeze icon. Might need to push that up. I have to scan up to see what the name of those was. Nathan gave us. Okay, so there's system settings. Look at them there. Appearances. Okay, here's our breeze, dark breeze, twilight. Looks like they're already here. Let's see what was that one. Yeah, this time job nice. Yeah. What I want to do though is I want to I lost my cursor. I don't know what screen it's on now. Oh, that's right. It's in virtual machine, so I can't do this. I click this. There you go. Now, what did Nathan say you wanted me to look for? Let's see. Open Source Breeze Dark Plasma Style. Color scheme looks like I got Breeze Dark, Breeze Twilight. So he wants this one, huh? Proceed. There you go. That's Nathan's preferred theme. Okay, so how do I find out who made it, Nathan? Also get more global themes down here if you want them. And also, so that's how you do that. And looks nice overall. And let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you have to download it. I mean, I just suppose the name of the one was already there. I see. Yeah, that. Well, I can go and check for it, but it says. So the one I installed on there wasn't actually the one you were thinking of, huh? Let's see. Hmm. So this right here, isn't it, huh? Breeze Dark. This is the thing we're talking about, huh? We're going here to get any global themes in. We'll see if we can find what it's looking for, Nathan. I'm not sure where it is, but Breeze Dark. See what all Breeze Darks we got here. We got desert global, shadows global, light global. Okay. Jolly global. This seems to be pulling up where the water is. Shiny global. Rise dark flatly. Breeze dark. That is what you're talking about, isn't it, Nathan? Open Susa. So, getting. Okay. So anyway, Nathan can say I can get it to work. Go. Okay, so that global theme and then Mexico. So you're the one that's responsible for that, huh? You didn't make a global theme, huh? So is icon theme or what? Human dark? Interesting. What's that? Human dark. I'm not sure what changes it made, but yeah, it could be good, it could be bad. Who knows? Doors dark, doors. Feren OS light. Mac and cheese. Contains desktop layout. Mac and cheese. What are they thinking next? Mac and cheese dark. Yeah, lots of fish anyway. We'll go with the Think Twilight. We'll just go with that for now and see how that works. Yeah, so you have that theme. Now, if you wanted to go scripts, I think. Let's see, where is it? Settings. It's Window Manager, I think. It's in the same area. Keywin scripts what I look for. So yeah, desktop change OSD, minimize all, synchronize skip switcher, taskbar, video wall. What I did was I went here and dynamic, tally. That's what I'm right, it'll probably pop up. So Chromecast one I've always used. So install that. Close. And click on that. Apply. Now it will do that. So you got dynamic tile window manager. Kind of like having it all open up in one thing. Or go to another workspace and I can open up more stuff if I want to. I don't like to have too many things there, but anyway, Crank Out works pretty good most of the time. There's little glitches and things, sometimes a little questionable, but seem to work pretty well. So anyway, let's see. We looked at the what's installed out of the box on it. We looked at the memory usage and other things of that nature. Looked at desktop backgrounds and showed you how to install the Cronkite script manager in case you want dynamic tiling window manager, which I always use. So I'm not sure what else to go over. I think that's pretty much it for the most part that I can tell. Is there anything else, Dominique, on this that maybe we need to look at or something that's special that you'd like to point out? Yeah, because I think we pretty much. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I need to look at on there before we move on. Anything of interest that I could get it to work. And, but yeah, that's about all I have, I think, for this that I can think of. If y'all don't have anything to chat about or talk about, and what you've been talking about, try for more global theme updates, or is it not a global? It's not a global theme, is it? I mean, new wallpapers. Oh, you got new wallpapers in there after the update, you mean? I'll double check on that and see what's added and updated. I think we looked at wallpapers before you updated it, right? Yeah. Honeywave, that's new. Honeywave. Hassium wheat, Hassium walls. Pink flowers, Star Warp. Star Warp. What that looks like. Whoa. That's kind of like you see on the Star Trek or something like that, where you take off in a warp speed and they'll start to. Has some pink flowers. Pinkish like that one. Mount Fuji, that was on there for penguin hair. Penguin hair. Oh, this is different Mount Fuji though. This is not the one that we had on the other one. Penguin hair. I'm not sure what penguin hair looks like, but we'll find out. Oh, there's penguin hair. Lighthouse, cool. Mountain, mountain Gandalf. Yeah. Yeah. Mountains, that's Snowy Mountain, isn't it? That sure is. Hey, look. There's a cross right there and a cross way up here. Interesting. And the Gray Mountains, Gandalf's the Gray Mountains. Should be called that, should it? And this has some stuff up on top. Yeah, some there, I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like some. Yeah, this pole and that pole. Some of this is like stuff on my screen, like right there I have a bar, but I think that's probably on my screen. Yep, it's on my screen. It's not a mark on the picture itself. Okay, you got green architecture, dark paint, flower. Yeah, Peter's not here today, so, but for a second I have to look at it, I'm going to put that up anyway. Church wall. What kind of church wall do they have here, I wonder? Okay, inside of a church. Wall of inside of a church. Okay, beach ball. And then you got back to the ones we have before. Gallons, wavy effects, all those were on there originally. There's about food I was thinking about. Big Ben, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so you have a few of the Haslam are the ones that are new here. All the Haslam things. And I think I like this one best. So I like to apply there. Plus, kind of goes against dark theme contrast. That looks good, I think, overall. So there you go. That's Feren OS. I think I like it pretty much. Yeah, it's a good basis for people who are coming over from Windows and Apple, other OSs, who maybe don't know much about Linux, but yeah, so we forgot to look at the store. That's sort of the thing, and you look at the store. If I can get that out of the way. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Duh. Alrighty, now we're looking at the store. You got Editor's Pick, Rhythm Box, Steam, Inkscape, Stilo, Google Chrome. And I'm wondering, is this a, what's this, what base is this on? Is it on, because it doesn't look like Discover, does it? Or is it Discover, basically based on Discover or something like that? Yeah, Dominique says, what is it with mountains on Unsplash and having crosses present? Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I'm a Christian, so I don't mind that, but some people might. You never know. I can get. So yeah, so you got this Stellarium. So say I want to install this. Okay, it renders 3D photorealistic skies in real time. Yeah, so I want to install this. I just click on, whoops. Yeah. And that installs it. I don't know much about Stellarium, but I may have used it one time before, a long, long time ago, but we'll see what it's like now. Anyway, we're installing it, checking it out. See how easy it is to install now. Whoa, so one other thing, what it is these come from a, these aren't flat pack stuff, are they? Stellarium, that's build. So it would require, yeah. Yeah. Looks like it's an interesting program. I was wondering if it's flat pack version or dev version or what. It looks like it might be a dev version. It's version 0.19.3 build 1. So now we can launch it. See what we get. Deep sky. Deep skies. Welcome to me. Nothing but deep skies. This is what we see right now. If I was look outside according to this. Inglewood. Yep, it's got my city right. So Inglewood's a suburb of Denver, but it's kind of weird because Inglewood proper is over in the west side of the city, Denver, and where we're at is on the south side of the city. But Inglewood extends way over there. Something to do with that kind of thing, you know. Yeah, Yeah, I'll log out and log in when I get a chance here. I'm too busy looking at this. So I guess you looked upside down. It looks darker out there than it does on here, so I'm not sure. If I went outside now, maybe I'd see the light off in the distance. This is the star will be the first one to be able to see according to this. Whatever's waiting, change it. There are a lot of options down here. Again, this isn't about this program, but just kind of curious about it. You right? We'll look at that more later on. And there you go. That's the store. I don't know if there's other thing you look at in the store. And installed nicely, though. I'll look at OBS on here. OBS Studios. Okay. I'm not going to install this, I'm just looking to see what it says about it. Flat Hub. Okay, so this is remote Flat Hub. This Flat Hub version of OBS, which OBS Studio is going to Flat Hub almost exclusively at some point in the future, they said. So that's a good thing to get it from there, I think, pretty much. I haven't done anything to enable Flat Hub on here, so even though I don't need, I said I wasn't going to install it, so I'm just going to install it, see if it starts installing or not. Okay, here, this software has to be installed. Please take a look at this chain below. And 31 gigabytes more disk space will be used. Okay, so let's continue and see what it does. Yeah, so pretty cool. A lot of them don't have, you have to manually go in and install and do Flat Hub yourself. But you got a good job, Dominique, making this easier so far. So far, it's good. Easier to install. So it's installing here right now. Takes a while to install this thing, I think. So especially with Flat Hub enabling and all that going on in the background. Flat Hub is the fastest installer I've seen, but it eventually gets there. So it's cooking, it's cooking, it's cooking. It's almost halfway done. Yeah. Someday. Yeah. So it's pretty nice, so I have to say. It's you can install flat hubs on here, flat hub, flat packs. You can set it up to where it doesn't have to the new user doesn't have to actually go in and do that. That'd be great. It's especially good for Windows people who are new to Linux, that kind of thing. Tell them you gotta go to the terminal. You gotta enter these commands to install Flat Hub, and you gotta enable it by installing this command, that kind of thing. It's not as handy as just having it all done for you behind the scenes, even if it doesn't. So it's still installing. Oh yeah, Flatpak. Also has up here in the name, OBS Studio Flatpak. I don't know if they had it in the previous name or not, but yeah, I like it when it's up in the name because then I can tell right away whether it's Flatpak or Deb or whatever, and I can, or from repositories, that kind of thing. So that's cool. Web browser manager also exists. So yeah, web browser manager, and I assume that means that that would be a probably in utilities, I imagine. And I assume that would be like if you wanted to change web browsers, an easier way to do that than going through here and doing this type of thing. So there's a launch, so I could launch that there and start up it if I wanted to. Cool, I like that. So let's go down there and check that out. Utilities. System. Within system. Now let's just show it. Let's see, what's it called again? It's called the web browser. Web browser manager right there. Yeah, so you can install Firefox, Brave, which I use Brave all the time, Edge, Chrome, and install Vivaldi if you don't like it, you want to get rid of it. Opera, LibreWolf, Falcon, or Gnome Web. Let's just check out and see install Brave. Uses, yes, I want to install Brave. So away it goes. It's exciting. Yeah, you have web browser manager. That's pretty good. I like that. Oh yeah. Or not. Sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. Well, probably gonna be fine, I think. Hopefully. Nothing breaks. Brave is successfully installed. Now we'll log out, log back in. And we'll log back in here in a moment. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Now if we go down here, internet, there's Brave. We open up Brave browser. Now let's set the default value, of course it does. Okay. My cursor is permanently too close to the okay. So there you go. Skip welcome to it. And there's Brave. That's nice. See what other goodies we have in here while we're at it. System. The driver manager, donate to Feren OS, which of course everybody should, right? Dominique? Then we got the GW package installer, each top shine installed, info center, media partition manager, console, case discard, all windows, see feedback report. So if you want to report an issue or something, you can do it there as well as up there at the top in the desktop. Here's your software sources, which you want to change your mirrors or whatever. Store, time shift, system monitor, system maintenance, synaptic package manager, and tour, and inside tour. Update manager and your welcome screen. So you want to go to first log in and go back through and you want to do something to show that you have on that system. I'm going to go back and check off some on there. So yeah, let's see. And settings. Yeah, it's the same stuff we had in the system thing. Languages, input method, disks. Which had a disk available on it. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it, huh? Let's see. Goes. Yeah, it tells you what version came Plasma. 5.24.3 and Qt version 5.15.3, kernel version 5.13.0, and graphics platform X11. So it's not using the Wayland, Hades Wayland option there, but I understand that. And it's got 3.8 gigabytes of RAM and graphics processor is LLVM pipe. It's a pipe for graphic processor. System monitor. Yeah. Shows you how much memory you're using, 1.1 gigabytes. Disk is mostly used up, 13.7 gigabytes. Your CPU 2.1% or so. Your network, your wired connection. Thinks it's wired, but it's actually Wi-Fi on the host machine. Wired connection system. Tells your download rate. So if you were downloading or uploading stuff, you can tell it what is going on there with that. And this tells your system information as well as your plasma system, CPU, info center, system settings. How much memory they're using up apparently. So that's what you got going on there. Energy. Battery rechargeable, stay fully charged, current 100% vendor model number. Voltage, your rating energy, less charge or charge. Got a lot of information on here. Devices. You got your CPU, interrupts, PCI, smart status, graphics, OpenGL, Vulkan, X server. Information there, and your networks. Tells your new bag status, all that kind of stuff. So that's that. So that's Feren OS. I really like Feren OS as far as intro distro for somebody especially. I think it's a good distro. And it's got a welcome screen and guides the user through a lot of stuff and things that a lot of them don't, or they start up on it. So it's cool. I like it. Matter of fact, now I'm pretty set that I'll probably install this out on my wife's computer when I get it around to it. She's been in school, so I set her up on Fedora Cinnamon up there. And it works okay, and she does okay now. Like I say, the update, I have to manually update her myself because I can't even figure out the update or processor on it. So, yeah, so this will be a cool distro for her to use, I think, because she'd be comfortable with it. And good job, Dominique. Overall, I like it. So, Eris, hi Eris, how you doing? And let's do Dominic Hazen XFC version win. Yeah. Yeah, the default browser swapping words. Yeah, plasma can be difficult sometimes, I'm sure. Potentially. Yeah, correct settings. Yeah, it looks nice to me overall, Dominique. You probably know a little bit of the problems with some of the issues and in there. So you're a little bit late to the party, Eris, I think, right now. Because I'm pretty much done with showing off Feren OS. But you can always look at it after the fact, I'm sure. Install every web browser manager. No thanks, I think two's enough. And matter of fact, I know my wife, she likes Chromium or Chrome, one of the two. And I've installed that on her machine there as well as Brave and Firefox because some things work better on Firefox and some things work better on Chrome. Her school that she was working on actually still uses um, that old format for videos. Uh, Dang, I can't think of the name of it now. Anyway, it still uses that old format for videos that people use sometimes. That didn't work, doesn't work on Chrome anymore because they don't support it anymore. Try destroying it, or if you really want to laugh, try destroying it. Like try destroying the system and it tells you you can't do that or something. I just have to find that command that Linux Tech Tip found that says, do you want to destroy this? Do you want to erase your whole GPU? Yes, please do it. Yeah. So, um, oh, anyway, she, yeah, probably I like Brave. I use Brave myself frequently, and it's supposed to be private story. I don't know how private story it is. When, the only thing I like about Brave is all the ads that it puts on there for all crypto and stuff like that. You know, always hide all those, but in the end, but it's the only thing I like about Brave. I mean, might as well try. You have a VM, there's nothing to lose, that's for sure. Yeah, if I find that thing that destroys systems, I mean, I know how to destroy a system. I just go in the root directory and do a force remove everything in the system and it'll be gone. But yeah, see if you prevents me from doing that kind of thing or something. At any rate, I guess that's about it. Yeah, single console command. I mean RM -F -R and asterisk. If I went like this and I went and open this up. This is how you destroy your system if you want to destroy your system. Or something like that. Oh well, I destroyed everything here, I guess. Then yeah, you might have to tell me the command you're talking about. Sudo rf. Oh, root. Yeah, I gotta go root. But it didn't destroy all this stuff either for some reason. It is dangerous to operate recursively on root. Don't preserve root to overwrite this failsafe. So you have to, yeah, you have to overwrite the failsafe in order to do it. So if you want to do it, you have to Yeah, you have to use rem/rf. Just rm. It's not gonna let me do it apparently. Oh, perhaps too. I did, didn't I? Yeah, it's like just rm. Okay. And wrong command not found. Okay, it's not gonna let me do it apparently. It's not gonna let me destroy the system at least that way. Sudo rm slash numbers are root. Okay, check out the numbers are root. Oh, I probably put a slash in there, didn't I? Let's try this. Seriously, Rick? Just rm. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it, is it? You just tried to run a destruction command. Panic. I guess you do this enough times it'll eventually let you do it. Use system destruction. The attack missed. Finish the system destroyed. Hey, wait a minute. Nope, it's all still there. Yeah, it won't let me destroy things, will it? Yeah. Yeah, I tried several times. Nothing seemed to do any good, though. So, it just tells me I can't do that. And mocks me, apparently, for trying. So, yeah. So, this Feren OS can't really destroy it very easily. So, that's pretty much it, I guess. It's the same thing over. There's some over is different. We interrupt this RM command to bring you cuteness overload. Okay, it's different. Can you say you ever seen my life? Okay. So yeah, jumping around, apparently. Interesting. So that's protection, I guess, that you got pretty much 10 to 20 outcomes. I only had probably about 5 or 6 of them or something like that. Yeah. It's randomized, yeah. I figured as much. I used to write a script when I was back on BASIC on an old digital machine back in the 80s that I made a script look like a DOS prompt, and then every time somebody typed something, do you really want to do that? And all this kind of stuff I randomly throw in like that. So that's cute. I like that. So yeah, Feren OS. I like it pretty much, and you should too. Yeah, it uses Ubuntu as its base and all that good stuff. I guess we probably played around with it enough. It's getting close to 2 hours almost since it's been on the air. And that's cool. Darn, it didn't get the best outcome of them all. Oh, well, really? Is there a better one? Yeah, I guess I'll have to play with it after I get offline and see what it is. So, yeah, if you wanted to know about that, you can go on yours and you're install it on a VM, and you can find out what the other outcomes are for that. That's a good segue into that. Get people to install Feren OS so they find out what the outcome of that root problem is. Yeah. So I guess that's it for now. And thanks everybody for showing up and being part of the deal. And Feren OS Gnome Edition. Yeah, that's another. Steve says Feren OS Gnome Edition. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably another ball of problems there too, Gnome Edition. Yeah. Yeah, because Bungie uses GNOME tools, although moving away from that, but this uses KD stuff. KWin, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things alive about KD Plasma, but I finally gave up on it because it just seemed like it was too persnickety on some things where it had problems with it, that kind of thing. So, yeah. So I guess for that, we'll call it a day. And until next time, it should be at Linux Saloon or Steve's very own or whatever. I'll see you next time. Till then, may the Linux Force be with you. Bye.